And I really feel like that is important at this time, to really focus in on your application, your deliverance. And of course, that's what Mercury in retrograde is all about, is our communications and refining how we communicate things. And realizing that when we choose to force things, it's almost like we push them back even further. Hello Geminis, welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica and this is your weekly reading. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising as well as Venus, so make sure to check and take a peek at all the other signs to make sure that you get the full messages that are for you. So let's jump right in and see what messages are coming through to you this beautiful week, and see what messages tarot have for you. Achievement. Keep focused on your dreams. I love it. And then this is your higher self or your future self cheering you on in this beautiful moment in time. And what messages is soulkin, recognition, family, and kinship. Next will be your guides, your angels, your gods, your goddesses, devils, all the 5D support that you have for your journey that gives you messages and cheers you on. This is earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. So those are the messages coming through from them. And last but not least, it's just going to be, I like this one as just like a bonus, like just some added tips and tricks and messages that might be coming in for you. Be true to you. So that could be something that's hidden for you, or something you know that you have not been your authentic truth. So at this time, it's time to really step into that authenticity. And as we know, with Mercury going retrograde, this really is the time that it really shifts things into perspective of what is deserving of being healed or changed in our life. So don't fear the retrograde, embrace it, move with it. That's something you Geminis really have a beauty of being able to do, is seeing the duality of life and getting really clear on that. So now it's time to be true to you and honor all aspects of your authenticity, because we know you Geminis have a beautiful way of having a swing about yourself that most would deserve to take and see that part of themselves that they do not, but you do. So your strength is coming up first, as well as the Two of Swords. And Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords. Lots of sword energy. You're coming up in your own reading. And Queen of Wands. Right there, that top one. Queen of Cups. Lots of Queen energy here. Very beautiful. Very nurturing. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So maybe a delay on some things, on some money. Ace of Cups. Right there, those two. We've got the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Lots of tens. Page of Wands. So, oh, this is really pretty. Okay. I love this so very much because there's just all this beautiful energy of I can see what you're moving towards. Keep focused on the dream is definitely the anchor to the message. And in order to do that takes a lot of strength. So no matter what's coming up for you at this time with retrograde, with Mars, everything, it's just, there's a lot of energy for you Geminis right now. And so it's really staying focused on the strength aspect of who you are. And I love that she has her hand in the mouth of the lion. It's truly symbolizing her power without force. And I really feel like that is important at this time, to really focus in on your application, your deliverance. And of course, that's what Mercury in retrograde is all about is our communications and refining how we communicate things, and realizing that when we choose to force things, it's almost like we push them back even further. If she were to force the mouth of the lion, it would probably not end well, right? So it's the same thing in life, and it's the delicacy of things, and putting ourselves out there, yes, and being vulnerable enough to put your mouth in a lion's mouth, but in a way that is so loving that the lion trusts. And I really feel that this message is really clear on how we present ourselves into this world is through the power of being our authentic self and doing it in a loving manner. So with that, you've got the Two of Swords. So you definitely have choices. There's always choices. We're always in choice. I feel that with the Nine of Swords here as well, we have a little bit of some stress. We've got some things coming up, and of course, I believe that's what, retrograde is all about, is kind of also pulling into clearer view the fears we have, the things that keep us up at night, things that we haven't healed, wounds that have resurfaced. And so now I really feel that the time is that the message is that we have a choice to either go into more fear and let that consume us, or just go into the moon symbolization of not seeing all the answers quite yet. There's a delay in the clarity that is deserved in this situation, but there's the choice. And I love that there's mountains in the back. The mountains have a huge symbolism for stability and growth and becoming in the tarot, and that's where you're at this time in your journey, is becoming, is doing the work, is making choices, and the water behind her is fluid and it's movable, and it's the tide coming in and the tide going out. So I'm really feeling that the choice is to either fight against it or to move with the flow of life. And then going back to the Nine of Swords, this one has, of course, you can be the man with the sword or be the man without the sword on the side of the bed of the carving. You want to be the person that is able to execute and articulate and communicate what they're creating. And I'm also hearing learning how to fight. Learning how to fight is very important in the world, so that we can stand for our beliefs and our boundaries, and yet not do a whole lot of damage to the relationships that we love. So learn how to fight, learn how to execute your communication and deliver it in love, when it's, of course, deserved. And by doing so, you've got soul kin, recognition, family, and kinship. So the message here I'm feeling is to really tap into family, into your soul, into the people that love you so much. And there is, especially when things feel really heavy, like, you've got the Ten of Swords here, the sun is rising, there's another mountain, there's mountains in the back, there's land in the back that say there is stability coming. It's going to feel heavy for a little bit. Let it flow through you when it comes to your emotions, and just be with it. When something hurts, it hurts. Allow it, be with it. And then when we do that, you've got two queens here. You've got the Queen of Wands and you've got the Queen of Cups. So it's really about a beautiful balance of feelings and fiery energy of creation and creativity. So everything that you are creating here in your achievements and your dreams is going to be fueled by her. And the Queen of Wands is just that. She is passionate. She's colorful. She goes after what she wants. She's got her black cat here, which when these cards were made, they were very superstitious. And so for her to have a black cat by her side is telling how she's very risk taking, and she's opens and acknowledges and accepts all variations of energy, including the ones that didn't seem so lucky at the time. And so she's really embracing all that could be and will be in her life. And that creativity, that spark, is really important to create the world that you want. So get really passionate about that. As far as I'm hearing, know your why. Know your why and why you're doing all of this. Get very clear on it, and then let that fire burn. The Queen of Cups I love because she holds her cup out here like a trophy. Like, she is really proud of her emotions and her ability to be very solid and stable with her emotional well-being, and she's accepted her feelings and who she is, and she's gotten very solid of being able to express love where into her family members and the people she cares about. And that is the energy I'm really feeling that has not only been worked on, but you are doing it, and you are encouraged to keep doing it, keep showing love, keep being that gestures of love, keep owning your feelings and emotions, and knowing that backs you into the spark of life, and your passion is knowing the why, the feelings and emotions that back it. So I love this so very much because, I love goddess energy. Goddess energy just, it starts rounding out those edges. And for you, Gemini, it's really important because you're so cerebral. I mean, that's your talent. You're able to really, that's why you guys have the swords as your symbolism in the tarot, is because you really know how to cut through things and get to the point and not beat around the bush. But that can be a little bit to the disadvantage, the two-edged sword, right? No pun there. That if we don't tap into our emotions and balance the head and the heart together, then we don't create a world that really has that balance and the ability to be vulnerable. It feels very harsh and very sharp, and that can be very off-putting to the people that we love. So getting in tune with emotions and feelings is very important, and having that emotional intelligence too, to not completely put all of that on other people, but to know what to relay and how to communicate it. And you Geminis are very, very good at that. You have such a way of communicating when you choose. So your guides are really encouraging you with earth magic to be fearless and removing obstacles. I think this is such a beautiful card. I'm just really also feeling getting connected to the earth, grounding in, and that goes right here to the 9 of Pentacles. This is a 9, so you're not quite where you want to be. 9s are beautiful. You've got a 9 right here too. Let me see, any other ones? No, you got 10s coming up, so you just know that. So so on this side of the board you got 10s, and over here you've got 2 9s, and actually you've got a 10 of Swords here too. So endings of cycles, endings of this energy, this 10 of Swords energy is right there. That's something. Oh, and let's see. Oh, I thought that was an 18, but it's a 16. This, you got 2 8s here. So you are just moving through numerology as far as your own cycle of endings and beginnings. I really feel like you're in the 9 phase right now, especially with Mercury. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, which that is just delayed. It means that the money isn't quite hit there yet, but the Pentacles are coming. Because see right now, see this 9 of Pentacles right here? You have been working so hard. The harvest hasn't been harvested yet. It's still on the trees right here. So they're not quite ready to be picked off and taken to market to get paid. You're in this beautiful waiting game, and that's not wrong. That's just a part of life. So don't get discouraged is what I'm hearing the message say. And you've got, she or he has a beautiful bird on its hand. I feel like that symbolizes a lot of just really having sight. They just have such amazing sight, birds do. And so for us to tap into that bird energy of seeing what's coming, seeing what's on the horizon. Maybe not quite there yet. And when we do, and we really ground into those Ace of Cups, this is offerings. This is offerings of feelings of love, and I'm really feeling that just everything's coming towards you to where that fulfilling of those cups. And so don't fight that. Don't fight the feelings. Even with all of this energy coming up, just let them flow. Be with it. Be fearless in your feelings. And be true to you is the final message of the energy. And that's the authenticity of remembering your why, standing up for who you are and being authentic to you. Believe me, everyone wants you authentic to you. And when you do, you get the 10 of Cups, you got the 10 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. I mean, this is when you're true to you and doing you and moving through the world in a state of passion, like with the Queen of Wands, because you're moving through not what you have to do, but what you want to do, what your desire is. And if this is something where you're like, well, I haven't done it yet, but I've been wanting to start my own business, this is your message. This is your message of what are you doing? What is happening in your life that is really giving you the emotional payoff that you are seeking and wanting. The 10 of Cups is also a symbolization of marriage. It could be a marriage into your life. It could be into creating a new partnership in business. It could be so many things, but this is a completion. Like, I feel like this 1 + 1 equals, and all of this stuff, and when you do all these things, being true to you equals this. And that is also when the Tree of Life, you got the 10 of Pentacles here. This is a symbolism that you are truly in fulfillment of your purpose. It's karma, it's abundance, it's love, it's all of the yummy things that we have come here to not only to get, but it's the journey and the process of doing it. And that's what all of this is. This is what, retrogrades are about, is showing us resistance of what's not working, and it pushes us forward into something more. We have tower moments that get things out of our way so that we are truly and authentically ourselves, and we're in the relationships, we're in the situations that we're working towards that we really want, and it moves stagnation out of the way, because we didn't come here to be in comfort zones. We came here to be pushed. We came here for the resistance and to enjoy all of the beautiful things that are here on this planet. Love, food. I mean, just smelling a flower, the beauty of it. This is such an amazing place to have this experience. And when we tap into the beauties of it and really focus on the authenticity of our love, then we really create our world in a different way. And that goes to, last but not least, the Page of Wands. I'm me presenting a new way of showing you different ways of your life, of how to look at things. It is the messenger of the universe going, yes, you can create the life you want, and this is confirmation that you can do that. So, Gemini, I love your reading. It's very beautiful. Just, keep going. This is going to be, if you haven't felt it already with Mercury in shadow, it's a lot of energy. So let it move through you. Ground yourself. Be fearless. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others. And be true to you. So I sure hope you loved your reading today. And of course, check out your rising sun, moon, and Venus, because that may give you a clearer picture. If this isn't exactly your story, but you knew that there was messages in there for you, one of your other signs might be a clearer picture of that. So I look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you so much for spending your very treasured energy and time with me today. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.